back to the channel. It's me, Dezi, and welcome to my channel where we explore everything about the mystical, the magical, and the mysterious. Today I'll be doing a tag, another witchy tag from one of my friends here on YouTube. Her name's Little Cosmic Crow, or Rebecca, and I'm really excited to do this because she did one several months ago into last year, and it was super fun. I gained so many awesome new friends in the pagan and witchcraft community, and I'm really excited to do this again to hopefully expand our friendship circle and really get to know the people in this community. So without further ado, here's the tag. Also, if you're not tagged in it, she says it's cool, do the tag. Let us know if you did it. We all want to get to know new people, so even if you're not tagged, do the tag and let her know that you did it, and she'll do her best to watch it and respond to you guys. Anyways, the first question is, does your birth name suit you? If not, do you want to or have you had it changed? I always hated my name. I always thought it was too old. If you guys don't know, my actual full name is Desiree, and growing up, people would always joke that it's a stripper name and all that kind of thing, and which I don't agree with at all. I think it's a beautiful name, but I definitely prefer Dez or Dezi. It's much better than what it was supposed to be. I was actually supposed to be named Victoria, and I don't think that name would have suited me at all. I think with names, with anything, you kind of grow into them, and once you become who you are and you connect to who that person is inside, then you make that your name. You make it your own, based on how you feel about yourself and how you present yourself to the world. I don't think I'd ever change it, mostly because I don't think I'd ever answered anything else. I'm already an airhead Gemini, and I don't think I'd be able to recognize when someone would be calling my new name if I were to change it. So I'm stuck with Dez or Dezi. What kind of weather do you connect with the most? Sun is something that I'm super connected to. The solar energy is just life force in itself. I find I'm the most happy and the most invigorated when it's sunny outside and it's bright and all the birds are out chirping, and the weather is clear, the sky is clear. And then a close second would be a thunderstorm, and it would have to be a thunderstorm during a full moon. I know it's super specific, but I just find the energy built up in a thunderstorm during the full moon is so powerful and so electric, and so you can feel the electricity in the air, and I feel the most powerful, the most witchy, I would say, during one of those thunderstorms. Number 3 is, within paganism or spirituality, is there anything you are uncomfortable with? Not specifically, because I don't do anything I'm not comfortable with. The only thing I'm uncomfortable with is just people's, I think it's more of my own view on it, is people's view on us, and their first glance, oh, you're a pagan, you're not a Christian, or whichever, then you must worship devil, or all these other things. And that bothers me a little bit, is the assumption of certain things. But it has nothing to do with spirituality and the practice of itself. Other than that, I think, honestly, just don't do what you don't feel comfortable with. For me, I only do things that I feel like warrant being done, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would open myself up to darker things if need be, and I'm okay with that. And the only other thing I think I would be a little frustrated with within the community would be elitism or saying that you know exactly everything and you're always right and no one else is wrong, and you have to do and you have to do things certain ways, and that's just not correct. And I just don't like when people try to control other people's practices. That's a little irritating to me. Number 4 is, within your spell work practice, how do you help yourself to be more confident? Funny thing is, the reason why I started witchcraft is for the reasoning of confidence. And I feel like over time, as you progress and prove to yourself that you are powerful and have your manifestations roll in and come to fruition, that you will just naturally gain that confidence within your practice. But for me, I started out as an actual act of trying to find confidence within myself and who I am, and my physical body, and how I communicate with others. And I used to be so shy, and I found with witchcraft and using that act of ritual and that act of symbolism really helped me to connect to that confident side. And if you guys wanted a video on how I did that and the rituals that I did to connect to my more confident side, I would more than love to do that for sure. Number 5 is, who's someone who inspires you currently? Okay, so I would definitely say right now in the witchy community would definitely be Rebecca, or Little Cosmic Crow. She's growing so much and she's really connecting to people and really inspiring me to do my own witchy tag one day. And I have so many ideas for them, and I think I'm definitely going to do one pretty soon, just because I love the way we connect with others in that way. And I don't think I would have had the confidence to have done a tag until I saw someone with a smaller channel go ahead and do that, and now has grown to double what she was before, which is amazing. And then another one would be Mystic Dylan, of course. He is one of my favorite witches, and I love listening to him and Adela on their podcast. And yeah. Also, I would say I look up to Voodoo Delish. Miss Evie is amazing and is such a huge inspiration for a lot of my workings, and where I really began looking into hoodoo and that practice in itself, and learning to practice it in my own way. Number 6 is, do you think you're responsible for healing or fixing the mistakes of your ancestors? In a way, yes. In one way, of course, very much like Rebecca, where I don't feel like it is our fault for their doings, but it's something that we can be aware of and educate ourselves on, and then work to make better change in the future for future generations, to kind of correct that karma on our families. I feel like is definitely our responsibility to do, and could be something that's extremely rewarding as well. So, number 7 is, what's the weirdest thing you've experienced within your path? The only thing that really I've experienced has nothing to do through my path, but has pushed me onto my path, would be all the paranormal experiences that I've experienced in my lifetime. Have kind of pushed me to explore the occult and the unknown and the paranormal and all of that, and try to experience and try to find out why things are the way they are, and why you experience certain things, and what really happens after death, and all those types of things. And I'm actually kind of grateful for those experiences. Although they were maybe scary at the time, they pushed me onto the path that I'm on now, and I am super grateful for them. Do you believe in auras? If so, what aura color or colors do you believe or know yourself to have? I definitely believe in auras. I don't think I've ever really truly seen my aura. I've heard there's ways that you can try to see different areas of your aura. There's actually a machine that can take a photo of your aura, and that's something I definitely want to do really, really soon in the future, hopefully. It's a big bucket list idea for myself, but I actually envision a lot of my aura to be like a lavender, lilac, purple color, strewn into more of a light blue, turquoise blue color. That's the majority of what I feel like my colors are. Of course, different energy centers have different variations of color, but I believe the majority of what my aura would be more lavender to an aqua turquoise color. Number 9. If you do your own tarot or oracle readings, do you find them to be truthful or accurate, or is it biased? I definitely find that if you have to be careful, you definitely want to trust your first initial reading, and if you really don't resonate with it, or you don't want to believe that it is such, always pulling a clarification card is super helpful, but I never disregard the initial reading just because I believe that's the most accurate reading that you can possibly have, and you're asking for guidance, and you don't want to just say ask a friend for guidance and then go, oh no, you're wrong, never mind, I don't want to listen to what you're saying. But then later on the same week, ask them for more guidance. It's the same kind of thing. You have to be respectful in that sense. So yeah, you may not like a certain thing, but you also don't know exactly what that is trying to pertain to until it unfolds, right? It's more of like a precursor to what may happen, and you can always control how things turn about as well. That's why a lot of people use tarot and oracle, and that's why I do, is so that you have a bit of a precursor to what may come if you don't change anything going forward. And then if you choose to do so, you can change those energies and those actions to make a change so things turn out differently. So that's a kind of a good way for you to avoid being biased, is just to always remember that the initial reading is generally the most accurate, and you can always change things if you don't want them to turn out a certain way. What is the one thing you are proud of yourself for? I would say the thing I'm most proud of myself for is sticking out for myself when I need to. I tended to be before very much a doormat in a lot of ways because I do find myself to be more empathic and sympathetic, and I always want to bend over backwards to allow people to feel the most love possible, because I know what it was like to feel unwanted or unloved or unwelcome. I never want anyone to feel that way. So I tend to go above and beyond to try to prove to others that I love and care about them. And that kind of strewn a path of negativity that I had to then cut out of my life and different people out of my life because of that. And I'm proud of myself for standing up for myself and growing a backbone, and a lot of that is because of my witchcraft that I can attribute having those having that sense of confidence in myself that I'm okay to be alone if need be, and I will find the people that I belong with going forward. As long as I clear my path of this negativity, I'll be okay. And yeah, that is the thing I am most proud of for, is standing up for myself and learning to stand strong on my own. Number 11 is between light and dark. What is most prevalent in your practice? Or are they both? Well, for me, everything has balance in it. I'm very strongly attuned to the yin and yang, light and dark and light, and I'm also a Gemini, so there's two sides to every story, there's two sides to every person, there's two sides to every energy. And I believe that you can't have light without dark and dark without light, and you can't have negative with positive. So for me, it's very much a balance of learning to keep those two on a balanced beam, and never letting one outweigh the other too much, to keep myself grounded and to keep myself growing. Number 12. This is a really fun question and I'm excited about it, and I want to do videos on this very subject, and stay tuned for them because it's super fun. Anyways, number 12 is, do you believe in aliens? If so, should we be fearful of their existence or try to communicate to them? Yes, I believe in aliens. Yes, I think it's absolutely absurd to believe that in this vast universe that have more universes beyond them, that we are the only living conscious beings. That is absolutely crazy to me. So I definitely believe in aliens, and I'll be doing videos about them pretty soon. I'm super excited. And kind of about my story where I think I was possibly had an attempt of being abducted when I was younger. You guys believe in aliens? Definitely leave an alien emoji in the bottom comment section to let me know if you believe in aliens or not. Because I'm super curious what you guys think. Number 13 is, so far in your path, what are some of your favorite things that you've learned? I would say some of my favorite things that I've learned is that you're always in control of the situation, whether you are aware of it or not, and that no matter how negative a situation may seem, that life always goes on afterwards. That no matter how dark a situation it may be, life still pushes on, and you don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. It's just going to be there. There's going to be a renewal, a rebirth every season, every year, every day. There's always a new sunrise. And I really like some of the teachings I have learned from actually working with more of the mother goddess as opposed to just the god, and having having the two to work between, again, that balance, the masculine and the feminine, but being able to really focus on that feminine energy that I've never really been able to focus on throughout my life, just the way I was raised. I was raised Protestant, and we never really focused on a lot of the mother energy or the lunar goddess energy at all. And I just found that really super empowering. It's one of my most favorite teachings, is just learning about the mother aspects and how powerful that is, and stepping into your own power as well is another huge lesson that I've learned. That is one of my favorite things. Number 14, what are your thoughts on using tools for spirit communication? Example, tarot, oracle, other divination, Ouija boards, spirit boxes, EVP records, etc. I think they're amazing, and if you feel comfortable about using them, do it, but also educate yourself. For example, if you're going to use a Ouija board, I would use your common sense and never bring it into your space, and to really read up on what you're doing, and just know that you can't control what's coming through that like you can control with your tarot cards. With a Ouija board, you're asking something to take control of something, to communicate with you and use your energy to communicate with you, which is basically allowing it to detach you. And you don't know what that really is. Even if you feel like with everything in your soul that it may be your most loved one on the other side that's talking to you and only knows things that they would know, you never know. You really can never know. Until we pass on the other side, we will never really truly know, in my opinion. So, I would say yes, go ahead and use those things, but be educated, be safe, and take the most precautions that you possibly can. I love tarot, and I love using my pendulum that I made for Aphrodite. And a lot of people have mixed feelings about pendulums, but for me, I dedicated it straight purely for Aphrodite, and I had her bless it, and I had it consecrated, and I am very clear, just like when I do my tarot cards, that I only want to communicate with that aspect of Aphrodite, the spirit of Aphrodite. So with that, I feel very safe in that, but I also always cast my circle, and I always use my determination between certain things. If something does not feel right, I don't take it with me. If I don't feel like it's something that she would communicate with me, I don't take it. You don't have to take everything that is given to you and feel like you're out of the control of how your life is going to unfold because you have to do what this spirit on the other side said. You don't have to. But with me, it's a way of connecting with her, and I find it amazing. And I love that I dedicated my pendulum to her. Other than that, something I really want to actually get into, that's not part of the question, but I just couldn't thinking about it, is I want to get into runestone throwing. It's another form of divination I love. And EVPs, I think, are just so cool. And especially the true EVPs, where it's not done with the spirit box, but it's just purely off your recording of a device, where it doesn't have a radio frequency, it's just pure recording, is mind-blowing. And I think it'd be really cool to be able to capture one of those one day and actually have that little bit of evidence that there is intelligence on the other side and that somehow we can communicate with them. Number 15, which is our last question. If you were able to talk to your future self, what questions would you ask? This is a super deep question, and I love it. Makes me think. I would say I would ask, are you happy? Are you doing what you love? Are you challenging yourself every day? And are you happy with your spiritual growth? And are you feeling connected? Those are the questions I would definitely ask myself. Yeah, those are the questions I definitely ask myself, just to see where they are. Also, what do you see for yourself in the future? I think it would be really cool just to get a little bit of a glimpse into future me and that person's mindset. Anyways, this was a really fun tag. If you guys want to do this tag, you would do hashtag 15 cosmic questions on whichever platform that you choose. I'll be posting mine here on YouTube, of course. And definitely let Little Cosmic Crow know that you have done the tag, because she's super excited to see everyone's responses. And I hope you guys have a blessed week and look forward to my other videos coming forward. This week I'm going to be filming all about the lunar phases and the aspects, and then going forward, as each of the Sabbats come to into the Wheel of the Year, I'll be also posting a week or two prior to that about that Sabbat and how I celebrate it, and also some spell works that you can do, ritual works for each of those, and how you can kind of incorporate them into your practice, and how I have been doing that for myself. So yeah, if you guys are really excited about that, leave a moon emoji in the comment box below. And if you really enjoy my videos but you're not yet subscribed, definitely like and subscribe and hit that bell notification, because I'll be posting weekly every Monday at 11 a.m. going forward from this week on, and I'm super excited for my lunar and aspects and sabbats video series, and I'll be having a whole lot more going on with the paranormal and spell work and all of that. And I hope you guys have a blessed week. Bye!